say, I'm ready for some good, hearty, comfort food soup. Now, we all have that hoity-toity French onion soup, but I live in the South. I live in Louisiana, and I love my Southern food. Now this one's not Cajun. It could be, but this one's not. BentoBrocke hooked us up for a nice Southern style onion soup. Let's go see how he does it. Well, thanks, Coach. Appreciate all those words of encouragement. What we got here is two different kinds of onions. We got our true Vedalias that we love in the South, and some red onions. And I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. We've all seen how to cut onions. Not here to reinvent anything. I like to cut mine in half. I like to peel off a little bit of the outer layers. Now I have a little garbage bowl right here. I'm actually going to make some stock in a couple of days with some beef bones. Don't mind all that stuff. And I like to save all of this and put that in there, and then I'll strain that out. Yeah, I'll clean that up in a moment. But what I like to do is go ahead, cut off the ends. Those in our bowl. Then I like to make some nice, real thin, these half moon slices. I'll just put that in my good bowl. And since we're making a nice old Southern style, I got good old Granny's bowl out. Nothing gets better than good old Granny bowls. So you see how those go. You can just be careful with the knife. Cut them thin, not too thin. You don't want to shave them. I mean, they're going to just disintegrate when you cook them then. But oh, that one there might be a little thick. But just keep them going. I mean, I try to do the magic like other chefs do. Yeah, I'm not any good at it. Okay, but I do have a secret weapon those other chefs don't have. I do have a magic wand. So, hocus pocus cuttus. And there we are. Just like everybody else can do it. Alright, let's get started. Okay, I got my pot. It's on medium-high heat. And now let's go ahead and add the butter. I got about 2 tablespoons there. Let that go and get nice and bubbly. And then we'll add in about a tablespoon of olive oil. Stir that around so that melts nicely. Gets a little bubbly there. I think we are just about there. Okay, then we'll add in our onions. Oops, sorry about that one that escaped. Get back over here. Now actually, Grandma's bowl was not quite up to the task, so I got another bowl there. There's a lot of onions in here. Okay, give them a nice stir. Looks like maybe this pan isn't even big enough, but give them a little bit of mix. And then I have my chicken seasoning or salt. You add that in there and that'll help them sweat down. Let's stir this up real good. Okay. These are going to reduce a lot, don't worry about that. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that down to medium. And get them stirred so they get a little bit of coated. Alright, let that go now for about 15 minutes. We'll come back and we'll stir them up some more. Okay, it's been just over 15 minutes. I had a phone call, so it's a couple extra minutes here. You can see they're really wilting down now. Got some moisture down in there. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Now we want them to get nice and dark color. Kind of mahogany or dark chocolate. So that's going to take a while. So every, again, every 10-15 minutes, come stir them, let that liquid evaporate. It won't all evaporate, but it'll get a little dry and then it'll get dark. And that's what we're looking for. Just keep scraping down your pan. Get that pot clean. And just let it keep going. Like I said, it could take up to an hour. Time's not what we're looking for here. It's how they get done. So just let them keep cooking. And we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're a little bit in. I think it's only been about half an hour. You can see they are really reducing down. The liquid's down there. It's evaporating. They're wearing on down. Just got to keep them going. Like I said, till they get some color on them. We're getting close, but we are not there. See you in a moment. Okay, we're still going here. It's been about 40 minutes, and you can see, look how much this has reduced from when we filled this up. Man, this pot I thought wasn't going to be big enough, and look at this. See that? Always trust in your cooking. Now you can see it's just a little more moisture left. Still building up, still cooking down. And you know what? Don't hurry it. Just keep it going, and we'll be back in just a little bit again. All right, now we're getting close. You can look and see they're starting to kind of stick to the bottom here. That's what we're looking for. Now we got to start scraping. Now we're getting close. Now you have to just watch it. Make sure they don't overcook. Don't burn up in there. But stir them just every couple of few minutes. But still give them a chance to settle. We want that caramelization. So we do want them to get that nice brown part. Look, see some on the spoon now. So just let them keep going, but we're getting close. So don't walk away too far from them right now. Okay, we are really, really close. I mean, you can see, hopefully you can see that the brown bits are down in there. Maybe I should zoom in some, but I can't get my camera right over the pot. But I'm telling you, I got to start scraping it to get them off. So I'm going to give this literally about 5 minutes, and then we're going to go on to the next step and deglaze that. Okay, I was able to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully get my hand out of the way. You can see that little caramelization going on down there. That's what we want. You know what? I'm going to think we are ready. So let's move on. Let me adjust the camera for you for a better view, and we'll start this next part. Okay, here we are. I try to keep it zoomed in a little bit better for you so you can see. I mean, you can see they're getting dark. Actually, they could get a little darker, but I don't want to overdo it. I'm not going to gamble it, burn them and ruin it. But look at that. That's a nice color. So what I have now is 2 cups of red wine. I'm going to just pour that in there. Good old red wine. My gosh, can't beat that. I'm going to get a little bit for the chef, too. So you want to go ahead and stir that in well. It's not going to take much effort there. Just go ahead and get it, wipe down the sides, get everything in here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep this on our medium heat, and this is going to slowly boil off. So keep an eye on it. Don't let it overdo itself, but let it start bubbling and cooking. And we're going to let this reduce till it gets to a nice thick consistency. And then we're going to jump on to the next step. Okay, you can see we're at a little active boil. Give it a stir. You can see it's still really liquidy. And that's okay. It's where we're headed. Just keep it going. Keep an eye on it. Don't forget it. Don't walk away too far. We'll just keep it going. Alright, we finally got there. Look at that. Maybe a couple moments more, but that is just looking good. So now we're going to add in the rest of the goods. I'm going to start with my sausage. If you got andouille, you know, you can definitely make this Cajun style by putting andouille in it, then adding some Tony's or other of your favorite Cajun seasonings. I didn't have that on hand today, so I got some regular smoked sausage I cut on the bias. My can of Consommé, nothing special here, right out of the can. Then I have 2 bay leaves, well, a big one, a little one, and then some ground thyme. Now's when you would add in your liquid smoke and your stock. Now, the only reason I didn't add the liquid smoke into this is because I actually made smoked turkey stock from Christmas turkey. After I got done smoking it and picked the carcass clean, I make stock. I make stock all the time. And so that already had the smokiness built in, but I know not everybody is going to have that on hand. So use your regular chicken stock and then add your liquid smoke in. Give that a really good stir, just like this. We're going to let that start to bubble. Then we're going to turn the heat down, put a lid on it and simmer, but we'll see that in just a moment. Okay, look at that. That's boiling up right there. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to turn this down to low so it can simmer. Just give it one last good stir. Look at all those good flavors in there. And I can smell them. Oh, Lordy. I can just smell that red wine, and I can smell the smokiness of the broth. So we're going to cover this up and let this sit and do its thing. Whoop, too much light on that, sorry. For about 20 minutes. We'll stir it then, check it, and then we're going to move on to the exciting part, making our crusty bread. Okay, now we're going to make our bread. This is the exciting part. So we get our knife. We want to cut a nice thick slice, about 2 inches or so. Yeah, whatever it takes, whatever fits. Now make sure your bread's going to fit your bowl. Now if you have a bowl that can go into the oven, like I do here, then you're fine to get bread that fits it properly. If you don't, then, well, use whatever bowl you have, because we won't put it in there. And I happen to have my little crock, and, well, yes, that's a NASA bowl. Since I am a rocket surgeon, yeah, I do have that. So I like to, since it's a little oval, kind of round it just slightly, make sure it's going to fit properly. Yeah, that's going to work out just fine. So what we're going to do is put our bread down, put just a little bit of olive oil on it. Oh, it's going to drip off, try and catch it, and just brush it around a little bit. What we're looking to do is to just kind of get a little bit of toasting on this one side, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to put the cheese on the other side. And this little crusty side on this end will go ahead, man, just a little bit more, will allow, well, the crustiness won't allow all of the liquid to jump in from the soup. So it'll leave a nice little bottom and allow it to float a little bit. So then we just go ahead and put it on here. And then we're going to go ahead and put this under the broiler for about a minute just to toast it up. We'll be right back. Okay, let's pull that out. Oh yeah. It's got nice and crispy, a little dark. Let's go ahead and flip those over. Alright, let's just go ahead and flip those over. I have some sliced mozzarella you can put on. If you have the shredded, that's fine. If you have any cheese you like, Gruyère's really good. Put that right on there. If you can see that okay. Let's get that back in there. About another minute. Alright, let's go check on them. Ooh, yeah. Wow, they just spread out more than, you can see that, more than just toasted. But that's okay. That's good enough to go. Let's put this together. Alright, so we went ahead and ladled our bowl of soup here. Now again, if you want, you could have broiled your bread and cheese in here. I chose not to, just to show for folks that don't. Let me just squish that, fit that right in there. Man, that is perfect. And like I said, not everybody has to have a NASA bowl, but, well, those who do, do. And you know, that really, really hits the spot for Coach Lean Meat. You know what? Let's pass it back to him. See if he enjoys this.
Hey, Bento made us some soup. It's good. It's got sausage, those onions, the red wine. I gotta admit, Coach likes his red wine. But he served it up in his NASA cup because he's showing off. That rocket surgeon, he's got that big brain. Yeah, but you know what? He cooks good too. So let's try some of this. He gave me a little girly spoon, but that's okay. Let's go enjoy it. Oh, yeah, it's cut through that bread. Let me get me some sausage. Oh, yeah, this is not your regular onion soup. This is awesome soup. Coach Lean Meat says he agrees. He gave it 2 thumbs up, but one's holding a bowl. Like, subscribe. Thank you, BentoBrocke. Coach Lean Meat out.